Why do some people stay skinny no matter what? They don't work out, they eat junk food all the time, but they never seem to get fat. How is this even possible?
Okay, doctor, look at this.
Have you ever wondered why some people eat whatever they want and they're still skinny as shit? Here's the reason why. One of the main ones is that the body type that they have, it's what's called an ectomorph body type. Genetically, they have the body type that allows them to process nutrients at a much faster rate compared to the two other body types.
Is that true? To me, this sounds not like the answer. But first question, are ectomorphs, endomorphs, and mesomorphs a real thing?
I don't really know the answer to this. There are people, let's say in the Netherlands, tall people with pretty heavy bone structures, and we compare them to Asian people, for example, where they completely, again, different types of hips, different sizes. You know, you could argue that that person's probably more the ectomorph person and that one is more endomorph, but I think it's a little bit too simplified.
Let's see, are they real?
There's the endomorph, there's an ectomorph, and then there's the mesomorph. 3 different body types to explain all of the variation.
Wait. What is this chart? Gym bro, all I did was touch the bar, but it was all you, bro.
In English, I help you move the weight. I hope you will do the same for me because I too don't know how to control my ego. That's a good translation.
True.
Body types are f***ing bullshit. What if you're prone to putting on fat, but not prone to putting on muscle? There actually is no category in the 3 body types for you.
Okay, so he's saying some people are more prone to building muscle and some people are more prone to
building fat. So many different factors that we can definitely get into.
So some people do gain fat easier than other people.
Yes.
But there's way more to it.
Where the hell are skinny fat people? And the fact that the scale missed this altogether, not a lot of people came up with like, wait a minute, they forgot a whole fucking type of human. That's kind of absurd, right? It's kind of insane. In fact, reflects that the scale is total dog shit.
It's a super oversimplified scale that doesn't cover a lot of people. It's just a marketing scheme. It's just people say, oh, you're training like an ectomorph, but you should be training like an endomorph. That's not true.
In marketing, and anyone you will see online, they will use new terms, new words, say you have to do this instead of this. So you think this guy or girl knows what he's talking about. I have spoken to an insane amount of marketing agencies that wanted me to say things. We're gonna sell your app way more. We're gonna sell everything way more. The only thing you have to say is, say that milk is the reason some people get big and you have to drink more milk. And with your app, you will focus on this. I've literally had someone ask me this.
Specific example?
Yes. Everyone's goals will need the same approach. If you want to lose weight, caloric deficit. If you want to build muscle, make sure you also eat enough protein. Yes, genetics do play a role, but how much? And is that the only reason? Why do some people never get fat? Why it matters?
How do we lose weight? I've never been on a diet. I rarely go to the gym. And I've never been fat. Is it my skinny jeans that are keeping me slim?
This guy is a master at telling a story.
To find out, I checked myself into NUH's Investigational Medicine Unit to meet Dr. Koo Jin Ming, who specializes in metabolic disorders. The test starts by measuring my oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange at rest to determine my basal metabolic rate.
Basal metabolic rate. What is that, doctor?
So that's the amount of energy you burn just by existing.
Which for an average human is around like 1,800 calories, sometimes a little bit higher, sometimes a little bit lower.
So there's a calculator, the basal metabolism rate calculator. All right, you ready? How much do you guess your basal metabolism is? I think 1,800. 1,800 or something, 1,900.
Oh, doctor! Should have been 4 calories more.
Now, let's check me, for example, someone who is a little bit shorter. How much?
1,530. By existing, I burn 300 calories more. So I could eat an entire protein bar plus half extra each day without gaining weight.
So you get to eat 1.5 of those bars and I don't?
Yeah, you don't. Never.
Now we are going to give you the meal.
All right.
The meal is a liquid meal and it has 60% carbohydrates. So it's similar to what we usually eat in our daily meals.
All right. After my liquid meal, my metabolic rate is measured again. This time to see how I respond to food.
You actually see your respiratory quotient rises with time.
So right here, they're measuring his energy expenditure. So that is just in rest, laying there, no meal. But then he ate.
And then you burn even more. Burning food also takes energy.
That's why eating food definitely changes the amount of calories you're burning.
I just want to add to that, the type of food also matters. We know, for example, that protein requires much more energy to burn. So even though you're eating the same amount of calories in protein, you're effectively getting less calories in because you're burning more.
For comparison, I've reserved for an obese person as well. You can see the respiratory quotient did not change very much in response to the carbohydrate meals. So this person is known as metabolic inflexible.
I don't have enough knowledge or I'm not smart enough, but obese people are used to a lot of insulin and at some point even do not respond anymore to insulin.
No, he's doing doctor shit. That's
do
my
doctor
line.
stuff.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's
line. The yellow line is of an obese person. The blue line is of a lean person. And the yellow line is not moving as much. It's not adapting at all to the food. Whereas the lean person can just switch back and forth, which is very relevant.
If you would be prepping for a bodybuilding show, I would be losing all my fat, all my weight.
So basically all the carbs that you have in your muscles, they get depleted if you are in a huge deficit. And eventually, right before your competition, you have a big meal. It just pumps up the muscle with the glycogen. Glycogen adds water, so you actually get water and it fills it up and it just becomes a huge balloon.
So does this mean that thin people and obese people will always metabolize differently?
Okay, you are coming to the set point theory. All of us, more or less, we have predetermined body weight. Right? So the body processes, or the regulatory mechanism will try to actually bring you back to this set point or range of weight.
The key word here is homeostasis. Your body doesn't like change. Your body wants to keep a balance. That's what basically homeostasis is. So if you gain weight in a short time, your body will likely lose that weight in also a short time.
You need to give your body a reason to lose weight, and that's why sometimes a deficit of 100 calories is not enough, because your body will be efficient enough to actually move less throughout the day and actually need 100 calories less.
Yeah, so there's this annoying thing that happens. Your body adapts to what you're eating.
People who go for your dieting, they fail because of, they don't understand that, their body will actually fight back.
Your caloric deficit needs to be quite high or decently high to actually notice difference, because then your body can't fight it and actually needs to use fat. And unfortunately, and a lot of people would not like to admit this, the same applies for gaining weight. If people are gaining weight, you actually are eating quite a lot in a surplus.
This concept is actually called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically everything he just talked about: fidgeting, moving less, slowing down your breathing rates, everything that is not exercise related.
The set point theory. The theory provides evidence that we are born with a natural weight range, within which our body functions optimally. When our weight falls outside of this range, our body will fight to return to its comfortable set point weight. Our set point weight is determined long before we even take our first bite. It's determined here. As I've just found out, a less obvious thing that we inherit at birth is our weight.
There are genetic factors that do control what we are going to be. And so if a mother or a father is obese, and that's determined by the genetics, that it does get inherited by the child.
Explain more. Why? How is this? I thought it was. How?
So we know genetics. Everyone knows genetics, but there's also a thing called epigenetics. Epigenetics is basically your DNA, your chromosomes, and there are ways to activate and deactivate certain parts of your gen, right? Of your genetics.
Yeah. Dr. Nara says one hack lies not in what we eat, but how we eat.
I prepared what you asked me to. I've got red plates and white plates over here. So what is happening?
What do you think they're going to do?
Those plates are going to be different volumes.
These people who get the red plate, two of them are going to choose the nice red marinara.
All right.
One person will choose the carbonara. Your other friends with the white plate, we do it the opposite way around. Two of them are going to get carbonara. And one is going to get the marinara. So do a quick weigh in. So just place your plate onto the scale. What we found was that the people that were eating food that was matched to the same color ate about 18% more calories than the people that had the mismatched plate.
Obviously, yes, there's something psychological about it. And if you don't consciously think about it, it is easy to say external things were the cause. But if you blame external causes, you literally remove all the power from yourself. You can't take action, and you make it sound like it's not in your hands.
When it comes to weight loss and keeping it off, the small things add up.
And that's so true.
And that is why it is not a diet that you're on. It's a lifestyle.
So it's not simply a lack of willpower, but our biology that makes it so difficult to lose weight. If you're not biologically blessed, dieting fads are not the way to go.
The video was so good. Why that conclusion? No, that is not the conclusion. That makes it sound like it's biologically already decided. So definitely don't just blame biology. So why are people still skinny like this guy without actually putting in any effort?
Well, this guy's from Singapore, right? What is the average weight in Singapore?
This is going to be interesting. because the conclusion might not be what you think. For the adult man, about 69.5 kilograms. For the adult woman, 55 kilograms.
Now let's compare this to the USA.
The average man is 90 kilograms and woman 78 kilograms, meaning that everyone is around 20 kilograms heavier, also because of height. So what is the conclusion here? Because you could say that it's genetics, because people from Singapore are genetically gifted to not gain weight.
But you could also say maybe it's the industry, the lifestyle.
It's the habits in Singapore. People have way healthier habits. They eat less volume, less processed food, and they move more.
White people that are in shape can eat whatever they want and not gain fat. Y'all know those type of people. Two, some people have more muscle than others.
Adding muscle actually does increase your basal metabolism by quite a significant amount.
That you're not seeing every single meal that person is having. Sure, you might see them having one crazy big fun meal or fun day of food.
One of my friends, he's 38. He's a famous DJ, and he's always lean. And all I see him eat is pizzas, shawarma, and everything. And I couldn't understand why. And then I asked him, I was like, how are you doing this? He's saying, well, I just don't have time to eat, so I eat only like once a day.
1,500 calories for one meal is a lot of calories. 1,500 calories for one day, not a lot of calories.
Not a lot. The conclusion is, there's definitely genetics, epigenetics, biology that has a huge impact. But there's also a whole other aspect that you have control over, which is your habits, which is your lifestyle. It is how much you're moving. It's whether you decide to take the elevator or if you're taking the stairway. So many factors.
But also plan your meals. Don't leave it up to, I will just eat whenever.
Yeah.
Because if you're overweight right now, apparently your body tends to crave more throughout the day, and you are not a person that just forgets to eat. This is epic. Thank you, I don't need you anymore.
Oh shit.
Make sure to check out the previous video, and also make sure to download the workout app if you want to get fit and don't know what workouts to do, or you're struggling to stay consistent. And again, click here, subscribe to this link and hit that bell. Why are you still here?